to them and showing them the ways of Torah Umada in every sense of those words. Thank you.
To be honest, graduates, parents, colleagues, tonight's not about me, it's about you. And if you will permit me, I'd like to say a few words that I thought about. Each graduating class is different, each message is different, but I thought of something that I think would be fitting. Kohelet, Melech Yisrael, said as follows: Tov Shem Yishem and Tov, V'yom HaMavet, V'yom Hivaldo. The first part of that pasuk is very interesting. Better a good reputation than ungent lucre makes for a great Dvar Torah. But I want to focus on the second part. Tov Yom HaMavet, it's better the day you die, Miyom HaValado, from the day that you were born. And if I had to sum that up, if you will allow me to interpret the verse as follows, I would say in a pithy terms, don't peak in high school. It's not really necessary to tell you that. This is not a culture. We're not a culture where we have the football star who tracks in letters and he dates the prettiest girl in the school and he peaks in high school and then really never accomplishes anything. That is not our way, and it doesn't fit anybody here. So allow me to extend it. Don't peak in college. Don't peak on the day you graduate for college. Don't peak on the day you get engaged. Don't peak under your chuppah. Don't peak on the day that you get your first fantastic job that will stay with you for the rest of your life. Don't peak when you get married. Don't peak on your 10th anniversary, on your 25th anniversary. Don't peak when you have your first child that you hold in your arms. Don't peak when that child has his first bar bat mitzvah. Peak the day you die. One day, you're going to be a teacher. The second year you teach must be better than the first year you teach. One day you may be a principal, and the third year that you're the principal must be better than the second year that you're a principal. One day you'll be a musician, and you'll be able to hold a ninth better than you did before. One day you'll be a doctor, and you'll save lives better than you did before, because if you're just doing it the same way over and over, if you're just treading water, if you say, I've mastered my trade, and I'm just going to do the same thing over and over again, then you've peaked too early. One day you will meet the love of your life, and you must understand her and him. The love that you feel for her or for him must be greater than you felt under the chuppah. And the 20th year of your marriage, you should have a deeper and more meaningful understanding of your husband or your wife than you had on your 19th year. But if you ever get to the point where it's just the same old, hi, how are you, honey? Things are great. What did you do today? This is what I did today. Then you've peaked too early. And one day you'll be sitting in shul, and God forbid that what you know now about religion, what you feel about God, what you feel about the Jewish people, what you feel about your responsibility to the state of Israel, it's not enough. You should feel more. Every day you go into shul, every new Yom Kippur, you should think about things about God, about your people that you never thought about before, because otherwise you've peaked too soon. So I've suggested to you that the day you should peak is the day that you die, which God willing will be Me'ah Ve'esrim, and not for 120 years and maybe more. But the question is, how do you get to that? What's the tools? How do you come home every day and all of a sudden, wow, I now understand my wife better, my husband better. I now think about religion better. I now understand this Torah in some way better than I did before. So I would suggest to you what I call the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule. You can play with the numbers a little bit, but I like the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule means 80% of you should be confident. Everything you do, when you walk into that classroom, when you pick up that guitar, when you walk into that medical room, when you walk in front of the jury to argue your case, you should be 80% confident. You should be brave and courageous. You should be a lion in what you should do. You should walk forward and say, I am great at what I do. But 20%, you should look in a mirror. You should evaluate. You should say, did I do the best I could? Do I understand things as well as I need to? Am I thinking as best as I can? Do I understand what is with my family, my wife, my child? 80-20 is a throwaway. I know one thing, 0% is no good. It's probably some of you have met, all of us meet the 0% people. They're the people who doubt everything they do. If they give $20 at tzedakah, they wonder why it was $20, not $21 with tzedakah. If they teach, they wonder what they could have done better, and everything that they taught was bad. Don't be a 0% person. Don't be a 100% person either. You know the 100% person. When you talk with them, they always start their part of the conversation with no but. The word, I'm sorry, I think I could do better. I think I made a mistake, but I could fix it. It's not their vocabulary. But 80 and 20, you could go out to the world brave, knowing what it means to be a family person, knowing what it is to be excellent at your career, no matter what your career is, knowing that you are an integral part to the Jewish people, but with an eye. How could I be better? What did I do wrong, and how could I fix it? What could I do to make myself a better person? 80-20 may work for you, maybe 90-10. I wouldn't go too much lower than 80, wouldn't go too much higher than 20. But if I think you do that, then no matter how many years you're married, on the day that you start to think about shucking off your mortal bounds, ad mea v'esrim, and then some, think about it. On the day when you come to close this life, you say, wow, I understand something better. I love my wife or my husband more. I love my kids more. I love what I do more. I love being Jewish more. Congratulations.